when you were going through and thinking about this series, obviously you had us in mind and you were thinking about making an impact. Take us behind the scenes a little bit and tell us why this series, why this title, and why now?
Well, America is challenged. I pray for America all the time because America, no matter what no one says, is the greatest country in the world to live in. Not taken away because the earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof, the world, and all this in it belongs to God. We understand that.
Right.
But you and I were born in America with all the privileges and all the problems. And when I look at the America that we live in today, and the potential of tomorrow's America, with my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, all of those things were challenging to me because I realized that if we don't see a transformation in America, my children and children's children will be dealing with some troubles that maybe they don't have the answers for. So if I can play my part in 2025 and teach a concept, a biblical concept that can cross over into both secular and sacred, because I have some people who listen to us who are not Christians.
Right.
And they say, man, thank you so much. Transformation, transform. That's great, Tyus. So mine was more of the dreamer in me. What do I add to society? How do I make it better? And because of the position I play, and so therefore, my influence is pulpits and books and those kind of things are what God allows me to influence society with. So I knew that this was a chance in this culture that we live in the crisis that America is facing. And then we come up with a major crisis of a journalist being shot and killed. And with these kind of crises, without transformation, true transformation, we will have a troubled culture, a troubled America. And if I didn't do something, if I didn't say something, I would feel like I didn't help. I just was a part of the problem. When I get a chance to take weeks of unwrapping and allowing people to see possibilities. So that's behind the scenes for me I can tell you it was tearful for me because I have great grandkids that have to come. If they have to live in the world today and they were 14, 15, they're little babies right now, could they handle some of the stress and strain and trouble and crisis of our country? And would they look at me and say, Papa or Dad or Granddad or whatever they call me, why didn't you tell us it was going to be this hard? And what did you do? And so I can say, I took weeks and put a message together that can be heard over and over and over on YouTube and on the International Christian Center app. It can be played over and over and over because it's already videoed. It's already there. And then if I want to write and we're doing a podcast and people hear a little, and I can say that I did something. Didn't do everything, but I did do something. And that was, the reason why Metamorphoo was so important. It wasn't only for International Christian Center and our church family. It was me making a statement. Do something. Just do something. If you're not the leader of a church or organization or motivational speaker or writer or a psalmist or a performer, do something. Don't just tell me